Hi everyone, so today we are going to use Curvy Splines to make an asteroid belt. At the end of the video you should have a result that looks like something like this. We are starting with this sphere, which is our mini planet, and those three game objects, which are just a mesh and a mesh renderer. And yeah, I got them from a free asset, which link I will put in the description. And yeah, so those are like the starting ingredients. So let's put those out of the way, let's hide them, and let's start. We will start by creating the circle that will be the basis of our belt. So we click on create shape. So we need this radius, and we want the circle's plane to be not xy but zx, this one. Okay, next we create the curvy generator that we will use in generating the asteroids. So basically what we are trying to do is to generate a lot of game objects that will be like duplicates of those three game objects I showed in the beginning, and they will be placed randomly around the circle. So we start by clicking on add to add the module, then create game object. So this is the last step. So you can see that for this last step to work, it needs two inputs, game objects and spots. So I will go to add input game objects. Let me go to full screen here, and I will link up those. And so here I will set 3 entries, and all of them will be filled with one of those 3 asteroids game objects. Okay, the remaining input is spots, and to get like a list of the spots where the object should be put when created, we will use the volume spots module. So let's link those. And so this module will need 2 inputs. The first one being the spline, that it will put the spots around. So here I will put input spline path. I will select my spline, and I have 2 of them. I didn't clean the scene properly, I think. Okay, so okay, this one, and let's go back here. So you can see here it can take as an input either a volume or a rasterized path. So if you try to link the path, it will not work. You need to rasterize it. To do that, we will use the rasterized path module, and then we will link this one. So if you don't know what rasterization is or what this module does, just click on the help here and you will be directed to the documentation, and there you will learn more about what rasterization is. But basically we are from this spline we are generating a list of lines that we will work with. We will sample those lines basically. So yeah, we have our first input. The second input is bounds. So basically volume spots will place objects along this input spline. but to know how to to know how to place them without them being like intersecting, you need to know the bounding box of each one of those objects. So this is the role of this input, and just by putting those game objects here, linking them here, sorry, you will this module will use the bounding box of those input game objects. And yeah, so before going further, I will reorder the modules. Yep, I like it like that. So next we are going to set up this volume spots module. So by default it created a group. So a group is a group where you will put items to place, and you can have multiple groups with each group having different rules, and then like ordering them differently. But in our case we will need just one group, so let's call it Asteroids, and here we can set up the group. But before going further, let's see the results. So here you can see that we have the same object repeating with no variation and along the line. So first I will make this module use the 3 objects we have, not only one of them. So we do it like this here. Now we can see that the 3 objects are used, but they are always repeated in the same order. And I would like some randomization, so I will click on randomize items, and so randomize all the items between 0 and 2, so basically all the items. And here you can see that the order is random now. Next, I want those asteroids to be scattered around the spline and not just put on it. So I will use the translation, relative translation, and I will define a range of translations. Okay, so here you can see it's scattered in 2 dimensions. Yep, and I will add some rotation because they are all rotated in the same direction. So I will add some random rotations also. 90 degrees should be good. Up. And finally I am going to have a I will have to have a random scaling, so between 0.5 and 2. Okay, this way we have small and big ones. So yeah, that's basically it. And of course you can update the spline, and the placed objects are updated in real time. So yeah, I hope you found this useful, and see you in another video. Bye.